You ever notice how we bend over backwards for the people we care about? Bend over backwards is an idiom when you make extra effort for someone, usually to make them happy, for friends, family members, partners. But for ourselves, we don't really do that. Why do you think that is? If your best friend called you feeling down, you would drop everything and pick up the phone and see what's wrong. If they were knackered, you would tell them to take a rest. If they messed up, you would tell them to stop being so hard on themselves. But when it's you, suddenly you're not allowed to rest. You're not allowed to mess up. Otherwise, negative thoughts and emotions come into play. Why do you think that is? You heard this saying, treat others how you want to be treated, right? That means you treat people with respect and kindness, because that's how you would like to be treated too. Most people do treat others with kindness. Yet when it comes to themselves, they don't. Ever had medicine from a doctor and missed it? Or took the wrong dosage, didn't read the instructions? I'm sure some of you probably have. I know I have. But for a loved one, would you do the same? Would you do the same for a family member, for a friend, or even a pet? Back in England, I used to have a cat. And honestly, I would treat her better than I would treat myself. I would talk to her like, you've probably done it before, when you go to a pet, a dog or a cat, and you talk in a funny voice. And you be very kind to it. But can you say the same for yourself? My cat could do no wrong in my eyes. But for me, if I messed up a little or said something that I shouldn't have done, then it would replay in my mind and I would tell myself, why did you do that? The negative thoughts, the negative self-talk and the self-doubt would come into it. And I would just become very negative to myself. So I started to question why and change how I spoke to myself. And that's when I realized it was time to change how I spoke to myself. The truth is, when you take care of you, you can take better care of the people around you, the people you love. So here's some words of advice for today. Cut yourself some slack. That means be kinder to yourself. Treat yourself better. Stop being so harsh on yourself. Stop being so negative. And don't expect perfection all the time. You're going to mess up. I messed up today by trying to find places to record. It took me ages. And then my motorbike got a puncture. It's been a hard morning, but we're here. So I'm glad that we could have this conversation. And I hope you're having a great morning or whatever time of day it is for you. Do not run on empty. That means when you are physically or emotionally drained, you have no more energy left. If you're feeling like that, it's okay to take a break. Think for a moment, when you do talk to yourself negatively, would you say that to a friend? Would you say that to someone you loved, to a family member? Chances are you probably wouldn't. Here's a golden rule that you can stick to yourself. If you say you're going to do something, then do it. Because if you cannot trust yourself, who can you trust? And when you accomplish something, even small wins, reward yourself, congratulate yourself, and that builds discipline. Not motivation, but discipline. And discipline will get you much further in life, than motivation. No more false promises to yourself. When you say you're going to do something, do it, and then do it and reward yourself. Treat others how you would like to be treated, and treat yourself how you treat others. Start showing up for yourself like you would show up for someone you cared about. Talk to yourself more positively, because you are hearing everything you say. If you find yourself talking to yourself negatively or giving yourself doubt or hate, then take a moment and stop and think, would I say this to a family member, a friend, a pet? If it's no, then don't say it to yourself. Tell me one small thing that you've accomplished today that you are proud of, and write it in the comments. After you've finished writing, please help this channel grow by liking, subscribing and all that jazz. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I'm glad we could have this conversation today, because I did not expect it was going to happen due to many locations not being fit and my motorbike getting a puncture. It had a hole in its wheel, so I had to go and get it fixed. Sometimes it happens, but I'm glad we could have this conversation. Thank you for listening. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one.